Welcome back. One final point before we go. What the mainstream media was afraid to tell you about the news this week. This week, while the mainstream media obsessed over Brett Kavanaugh saying he likes beer, here are the other things that happened that the mainstream media refused to tell you. Former President Barack Obama endorsed Democratic Socialist Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Now, this endorsement proves what we have all said all along. Obamacare was intended to fail. It was never meant to get people insurance. It was meant to collapse and push everybody to a government-run socialist healthcare system, the kind that Ocasio-Cortez is actually honest enough to admit she wants, no matter how dumb and unsustainable her plan actually is. If you had any doubt where the Democratic Party was headed, now after this endorsement, you have no excuse to deny the Democrats are socialist. But did the mainstream media tell you about this? No, they did not. In fact, the mainstream media still tries to deny that socialist ideology has taken over the Democratic Party. In the space of just a few months, 4 Iraqi women were assassinated, brutally murdered, likely for violating Islamic norms and embracing Western culture. These high-profile Iraqi women were doctors, they were plastic surgeons, models, and an Instagram star. 2 of them were gunned down by men with automatic weapons as the women were driving their cars. But did the mainstream media report this hideous series of murders, this violence against women? Of course they didn't. Because the mainstream media is controlled by the left, and the left only stands up for women's rights if the women are radical leftists, and not if the violence against women is perpetrated by Muslims. Archbishop Vigano, the man who accused Pope Francis of covering up sexual abuse of minors in the Catholic Church, says there are documents in the Vatican that prove his allegations are true, and all the Pope needs to do to clear his name, if the Pope is innocent, is release those documents. But the Pope won't do it. The Pope won't even deny the accusations directly. But did you see this story on the mainstream media? Did you see headlines asking the Pope to release the documents so we all know the truth? Oh no, you didn't. Because the mainstream media doesn't care about the truth. They're more interested in keeping this Pope because he fits their liberal narrative on climate change. A male feminist roundhouse kicks a pro-life girl who disagreed with him on abortion. He was trying to force her to say certain women should abort their babies, and she said no, all babies have dignity and no babies have committed a crime, so that makes it wrong to abort any babies. And so he assaulted her. Is this how the left shows their respect for women? By assaulting women who disagree with them? Did you see this video on the mainstream media? Did they talk about this political violence? Nope. The mainstream media wouldn't touch this story. The mainstream media doesn't care to report any of that to you. So we will. And that is my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.